All right, number 5. Again, we want to make sure that it's in standard form. And you'll notice that you don't have 3 terms like you typically do. That's fine. It just means that one of these is going to be a 0. You have an x squared, and the coefficient's 3, so that's A. And you have an x, so the coefficient of that's 5, that's B. What you're missing is your constant, and so your constant's going to be 0. C is 0. Now remember, we're going to find those 3 things that I've got circled here: opposite B, the discriminant, and 2A. Okay, so opposite B would be -5. The discriminant is B squared minus 4AC. And we're going to use these numbers. B is 5, A is 3, C is 0. And if you type that in your calculator, parenthesis 5 squared. Remember to do minus and not negative. You know who you are because you've been doing that. Make sure you put the minus sign and not the negative sign. 4 and then 3 and 0. So we get 25. So our discriminant is 25. And then 2A is 2 times 3, which is 6. Since the discriminant's 25 and it's positive, we're going to have 2 solutions. So now we're going to find that using these 3 numbers right here. So x equals opposite B, so that's -5, plus or minus the square root of 25 over 6. And then we can just plug that in to the calculator. Some of you might do it in your head. Remember, we got to put our parentheses around the numerator. So -5 plus the square root of 25, and then hit your right arrow key to get out of the radical, close it, and then divide by 6. So 0. That's our first one. First solution is 0. All right, the second one, we're going to hit second enter for it to come back up, and we're going to change this to a minus sign, not a negative, and hit enter. And that gives me 1.66 repeating, and we're not going to use the repeating bar because we're not in elementary school or middle school anymore, and so we're going to round to the nearest hundredth, and so that 6 makes that 6 become a 7. So that's -1.67.